The following story has been brought to you by StoriesToInspire.org.
I want to tell you a Mordecai Maisa. Rebbe Lopian was offered the position of the Yeshiva of Eitz Chaim in London, England. And although at the time London was a little bit of a spiritual wasteland, Rebbe Lopian accepted the position and he believed that he could influence the community at large over there. Now, not only was he successful in helping in the community, but his move from Lithuania to England saved his life and all of his family members as well that were spared the horrors of the Holocaust. He had one son, Herschel, who refused to leave Telz Yeshiva at the time, who died together with all of the Yidden over there in Telz. Anyway, Rebbe Lopian was very, very sensitive to the needs of others. Very, very sensitive. Near his home, there was a widow. There was an almana with the Yisomim, with her orphan children. Now, Rebbe left instructions. He was a busy man. He was involved in the whole community. Everybody came to him. He left instructions. And his instructions were, if this almana comes, whatever I'm doing, I don't care who's in the room, I don't care how important the meeting, you interrupt me, and she can come right in and ask a question. I'm not keeping an almana waiting outside. That was the instruction that he gave. When the Nazi war machine started against London during the World War II, so there are many places in the city that would be heavily bombed. There was terror, there were casualties. It was really, really terrible. It took a mental toll on many of the people over there. Early one Sunday morning, this almana that lived right near Rebbe came knocking on the door with tremendous tsar. She had an urgent matter to discuss with the Rav, and as always, she was let right in the middle of a meeting. Without anything, she burst out, Rebbe, there's a ship leaving this Wednesday morning for South Africa. I'm afraid for my children and for myself to be over here. Do you think I should arrange a place on the ship in hope of saving our lives? Nobody knew what would be in England. There were bombs flying all over the place. She was petrified. Everyone was petrified. She asked the Rebbe, what do I do? What do I do? There's a ship leaving to South Africa. Over there's for sure safety. What should I do? Who knows how long it's going to be over here? She was agitated. She didn't know what to do. She had the responsibility of all her young children. There was a silence in the room. Rebbe looked up, totally out of character. And he spoke with words that she had never heard him say before. I'm so sorry, I just can't think clearly right now. I don't have the time right now, could you please come back later? She was completely surprised. Rebbe, I'm sorry, not right now. Could you please come back? So she had no choice. Unsettled, agitated, she left the room. A few hours later, she comes back. Again, she's ushered right in. And she said, Rebbe, what do I do? There's only a few hours left. Should I get a place on this boat for myself and my children? Maybe it will give us safety. And every time she came, he said, right now I just can't. I can't speak to you right now. I'm busy. I can't think properly. I can't help you. She didn't know what to do. To leave without the Rebbe's permission? No way. But it makes sense, right? Because who knows what's going to happen over here? I could die. The children could die. Rahman al-Islam. There's a boat leaving to safety. Why wouldn't I? Oh, but the Rebbe didn't say. I'm not moving. I'm not budging until. She came back again, and she came back again, hour after hour. And each time, he says, I can't help you. There's nothing I could do to help you right now. Eventually, the boat left. And eventually she missed it. That ship set sail for South Africa, filled with all the people that hoped to be saved from the Nazi bombs. And on Thursday, the news came in that the ship had been sunk by the Germans, and there were no survivors. Because this widow and her children decided that they are going to follow Das Torah. They have a Rebbe. However unlogical, it doesn't make sense. I think we know better. Aber Das Torah, aber a Rebbe. Eliezer Ever Avram shows us that in the shining example in this week's parsha. And not always in life do we know where we're going. We have negias, we have our own ideas. But we have to attach ourselves to a Rebbe. We have to attach ourselves to Das Torah, which will help our entire lifetime. Thank you.
Enjoyed this story? Come again. Bring a friend. StoriesToInspire.org